What is up, survivors? This is Harv with Harv's Corner. For today's mod review, we're going to be going over Ego's Primordial Saddles. Now, if you've been watching our ARC playthrough, you've probably seen a little bit of this, but I figured it'd be a cool time to showcase it, and looking over anything Eco is always a good thing in my opinion. I have quite a few dinos lined up over here, kind of separated by groups, and we're going to talk about it, that and the one structure that you're going to need to be doing all this awesome cool stuff. So right away, you're going to need this guy. This is the saddle bench, basically. You'll be able to make all the saddles on this bench. So you'll be able to make the normal saddle, like the saddles that we're going to go over, but then you'll also be able to make the ascendant versions of those saddles here as well. There's also a skin that we'll talk about that goes on the mantis that has one, and also the DLC saddles for some of the animals that were on different maps. One of the few that I don't have on here is the ice golem. For whatever reason, out here on Crystal Isles, the ice golem didn't feel like spawning, which I thought was kind of rude, but yeah, here we are. We're going to go over the rest of them, and like I said, there's all the ascendant ones here too, so you can do both of them. So this is pretty much the only construction you're going to make. The thing you want to pay attention to is a lot of these have a name in front of the saddle. For instance, what I'm seeing right now is the forest bear saddle. The forest part, that's the part you want to pay attention to. The forest bronto, forest pacquiao rhino, forest dionychus, and then we have a couple more in here. We have the subterrane, so the subterranes are going to be a little bit different. Tundra is going to be a little bit different. Basically, that first part of that saddle name kind of just essentially gives you directly what it's going to be able to do for you, and that's kind of how I have these guys separated for the most part. So these three right here are the volcanic. These are the volcanic creatures. So basically, it's the same creature. It's just you put this saddle. You put this saddle on them, and it makes them look awesome and gives them some cool abilities. Let's get the really hilarious one out of the way first, right? So the Ovis gets this like crazy winged harpy looking demon thing added to it. And I think it's pretty hilarious. Now, what the volcanic ones allow you to do, and we'll get on top to this guy and turn our HUD back on. So you'll be able to hit a little bit harder, and you'll actually be able to hit a little bit harder from on top of these things as well, with the volcanic things. But the other thing to pay attention to is the volcanic actually adds to your heat insulation, so you can actually handle the heat a little bit better. This is a special sword skin for the mantis. Let me get back off of this guy. He's just got normal swords on him. It's just this cool skin that you can make to go over him to give him these wicked looking swords. But this is basically what the volcanic saddles do, and they'll kind of tell you at the beginning that, you know, my increased insulation happened, and then you'll see the icon in the bottom right saying that we actually have our heat buff as well. So it makes living in the hot zones a bit easier for these guys. And then the RG has one as well, and they have that wicked headdress going on too. But these saddles look amazing. Like this one's got like horns and the eyes all lava glowing. I mean, the Ovis cracks me up. He looks like some sort of demon harpy goat thing. The RG looks really fun. Again, if you've been watching our playthrough, I got Beaks running around with one of these right now. And it looks like it changes the color. So regardless of what color like these animals are, when you put the saddle on them, it will change them to this color. So you don't have a whole lot of say in that matter. But they look awesome, and they work better too. I'm noticing right off the bat, especially with the flyers, that it seems that they get a bit of a speed boost as well, so you have that to your advantage as well. So these three are the volcanic. Toggling over here, these guys are going to be your arid, like your desert sort of setup. But we got the Thylacoleo, the scorpion, and the Morellatops camelsaur. So the arid allows you to be immune to the sandstorms, basically, and it will also increase your resistance to heat. So if we hop on one of these guys, we should see the sandstorm goggles pop up, and then it'll also buff our heat index a little bit as well. We got the little scorpion down here, and these guys just they look awesome. So they don't really, other than aesthetics, they don't really apply that much more, but it does seem like the armor bonus that are on these guys are better than the stock, I think. So this is 25. Let's just do the Morellatops just for. All right, now so it's comparable. So the normal, so it looks like it transfers over. So the normal, it's the same armor. It's not losing anything basically out of it. So the Morellatops, yeah, we got the Morellatops. It looks pretty cool. I think these kind of went off of the sort of off of the special skin for the Thorny Dragons that was on Scorched Earth, the one where you could put it on the saddle and had like a little top to it. I think it fits really well with these, but these look awesome. Look like that kind of like that desert caravan sort of look. The Thylacoleo looks great with that giant skull. I think is that supposed to be a Thorny Dragon skull he's wearing? I can't really tell what that is, but I like the little cages with the skeletons on it. It looks pretty neat. Super, super cool. So that's the arid ones. The next ones we're going to go to, these guys get a little bit more interesting, is the subterranean. This is the roll rat, the trike, and the carno. So these three definitely look like they came straight out of Aberration, and that was kind of the point, is really what it looks like. You get a subterranean camo bonus. So while I'm riding on this, a lot of cave creatures will actually ignore me as long as I'm not attacking. And that's the bonus you're going to get out of the subterranean creature. Not only do you get wicked cool looking saddles, but you can actually wander around in caves with some of these guys and be able to ignore a lot of the other stuff. There's a full list, and we'll have a link to the workshop. We'll have a link to the workshop page in the description of the video so you can check it out. And it does do a short run through and kind of explain how all these work and what specific creatures these guys will avoid. But you can definitely tell it's geared towards Aberration style. Like, there's a lot of stuff in the Aberrant caves that these guys, that those saddles will actually ignore, so long as you're not attacking anything, which allows you to kind of wander in and out unharmed for the most part. But there's a lot of detail that goes into some of this stuff too. Like, I love the crystals, and that looks like a megalosaur body strapped to the back of it. That one's got the trike has a spider and an arthroplura hanging off of the side. Let me get out of the HUD here. Has an arthroplura hanging around the side. There's tools and stuff hanging out. The roll rat looks really neat for me too. I like all the different crystals he's got growing. It almost looks like a gotcha with the crystals coming out of his back and then off the buckets. But then, like I said, other than the abilities that we're talking about, it's purely aesthetic, but it does look really, really cool. Over here we have the troposphere, I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. These suckers like glow in the dark. So I noticed again, it seems like you get a little bit of a speed boost with these guys. Like for instance, if I take this Quetzal, and these are stock settings as far as flyers go, it looks like the flyers do go a little bit faster. I think this Quetzal actually is moving a little bit faster, but you get this crazy glow, which may not seem all that cool right now, but at night these things are like, they're like night lights, man. Like they're crazy bright. Actually, you know what, let's just set it to straight midnight, maybe. Let's just do that. So you can see exactly how bright these guys get at night, which is cool because you get different lighting effects too. So all the red over here lights up. That looks like it actually has an egg back. A wyvern egg? Oh, that's awesome. And you get all the crystals that glow up on these guys, and some of the other stuff that glows up over here as well. But these guys light up like something crazy. So they actually provide a little bit of light source, and it looks like I said, it looks like they get a little bit of a speed bonus out of it as well. Oh man, that was bright. So over here, so that's that, and we get the Lymantria, the Pteranodon, and the Quetzal saddles for those guys. So moving over here, we get to the Tundra. Now the ice golem I was talking about falls into this, but for whatever reason he wanted to be a pain in the butt. So we've got plenty of other stuff to go over. So oddly enough, this does not include the snow owl back here. So it's just these three guys, the Managarmr, the wolf, and the mammoth. And again, if you're watching our playthrough, you've already seen what the mammoth one looks like, but it looks amazing. It's got the pelts and the ivory up top, the bones up top. But what I really love is these like dangling giant blocks of ice, these giant ice cubes that are coming off of here. That looks super cool. Super cool. And the headdress, like, God, Eco puts out beautiful mods. These look amazing. So the Tundra does probably what you think it would do. It gives you a resistance to the cold considerably. So that's pretty much what you're getting out of the Tundra. It's kind of your opposite of the Volcanic, where the Volcanic's helping you out for heat, the Tundra is helping you out for cold. And they look amazing. Like, I love the gems. It does shift the color palette in the fins a little bit. I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love these like packs on top of them to make them look more like utility, like they're doing something. I think this is a Megaloceros up top. Or is that a rain? Is that supposed to be a reindeer? I feel like that's supposed to be a reindeer. Oh, the Ovis up top. Oh man, awesome. And that's just, we're not even done yet. So that's the Tundra section. Over here we have the forest. So this includes the Bronto behind us all. I'm going to shift around so the glare's not hitting the camera too bad. We have the Snow Owl, the Dionychus, the Dire Bear, and another Taro. So the Taro actually has a couple different saddles in this mod. The Snow Owl has like this awesome headdress, and what looks like, I think he has a wolf on the back. Yeah, there's definitely a wolf chilling out on the back, but they look pretty cool. The Dionychus is all dolled up, man. Like the little things hanging from the neck, the little saddle with the cover on it. It looks like a cage with a skull. Oh man, it looks so cool, so cool. The dire bear has the baskets, kind of like a Holland thing. Is it a terror bird on its back? Yeah. Terror bird on its back, and what looks like silica pearls? Is that what that's supposed to be? Yeah, silica pearls in the basket, and that's an otter just hanging out. The terror cracks me up with this giant bee costume, like the bee on his head, and it's even got like the bee behind on it, like the stinger and everything. It's absolutely fantastic. So these guys do a couple different things. We have the bronto, and I'll show you in just a second. So the snow owl here just kind of gets a harder hitting, harder damage. Let me get out of here. The snow owl with the forest saddle on it just kind of gives you an option to do that. Now we're also supposed to be immune to bees, but I noticed that it only says that on certain animals. So when I jump on the Dionysus here, we get the prompt that says when your dino hit harder, and we get the hit harder bonus when we're using that saddle on here. And the dire bear is already immune to bees, so it doesn't really care about bees too much, so that doesn't really matter. But what does matter is this one. You are able to sting human enemies when you pick them up. So this dude can pick them up and sting them. You can drain melee and stamina, I believe, with this, or you can drain health and stamina with this guy. And obviously the bear would be immune to bees. Anyway, this Bronto, man. Oh my gosh, let me get around this side where the glare's not too bad. Look at this giant armor-plated head. I mean, holy crap. The bladed tail. This gets a melee damage upgrade as well because it's a forest dino. Not sure what's going on with the saddle. I don't know if it's this map or this saddle, but it looks like this saddle's acting a little weird. But I can't tell if that's this map. I'm not entirely certain what's going on there. But I mean, look at how decorated this is. And then you got dodos wrapped up in here, and a dire bear wrapped up in here. You got all sorts of I mean, it's just really cool. It definitely makes all the creatures look more like utility based. And this armored head is absolutely great. Absolutely great. But you get mad buffs with all this stuff. So definitely worth using. And notice we still get that hit harder bonus down at the bottom. But pretty awesome. So that's your forest section right here. Right here. I think I might be missing the pacquiao. No, yeah, I'm missing the pacquiao. I'm sorry, the pacquiao's supposed to be in here as well. Let's fix that real quick. Oh man, so I'm really glad I actually went back and got this one. I'm sorry I forgot about it because this might be one of my favorites. The pacquiao rhino is another one of the forest saddles and gets all this crazy moss and like mushrooms and stuff growing off of it. This looks awesome. Got the awesome chest in the back. Looks like carrying logs on either side, but the head looks amazing. Like it looks like it's just been laying around in the woods this whole time. I mean, I love that. The moss color with the ferns, the little mushrooms growing off them. This is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Awesome. But again, falls into that forest category, so we're going to be able to hit harder with these guys. These three are the Everglades. So the Everglades buff allows you while you're mounted to breathe underwater for an extended amount of time. Fitting for the Carquinos and the Sarco. I'm not sure why we went with the iguanodon, but the way this thing looks completely makes it valid to me. So we get these awesome little fins added to him as well. Looks like he has one of the little dart dudes, the Diplocalus, hanging from the side of him. I mean, these things look great. Things look absolutely great. You can hold your breath for longer. So you still end up getting you still get your breath. I don't remember iguanodons actually swimming very fast, but hey, a buff is a buff is a buff. You're not losing anything by using these saddles, right? You get cool looking awesome saddles, and you still get the same armor bonus, and you get a little added benefit to it. And the Sarco, which was probably one of my favorite animals in Ark actually, gets really cool stuff. He's got like little carrying baskets on the side. What do we got? Oh, he's got his little frog in there. Oh, that's so cool. Was this supposed to be? Oh yeah, this is flippers, scuba flippers in there. Scuba gear with the frog. Great. Oh, leeches. Ooh. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Some coalfish. These look like just some sort of underwater fruit thing. And then they got a Dimetrodon mounted on the back of them. Oh, it looks great. And the bones for the The reins are in there too. This looks awesome with the vines hanging from it. Man, it's just gorgeous. But this dude, woo, the Everglades version for the Everglades saddle for the Carquinos. This guy is one of my favorites as well. As far as looks, he gets all these crazy added fins to him, as well as all the little hanging vines. Like, this thing looks like something out of like a pirate movie. Like, that's where I feel like this thing would be, like some sort of crazy fantastical beast that would be like, I don't know. Look, it looks awesome. We got like the little frog hanging from the side there. What we got in the cage here? Oh, we got a Titan boa coiled up in there. There's a Titan boa hanging out inside of there, and then a giant barrel of leeches. That doesn't make me nervous at all. But, oh, it looks like we get passenger seats with this. That's cool. We get more seats with this one. I don't think it actually increases the oxygen of the actual dino, but it does, like I said, it doesn't increase the oxygen so much as decrease what your drain is, so it slows the drain part down. Pretty cool. So like I said, we get all sorts of added bonuses. I'm sure I missed out on a couple. I'm kind of excited to talk about it, and I'm breezing kind of through this, but so much fun. So much fun. And like I said, you're not forced to use these saddles. They give you added bonuses if you decide to use them. And then being able to just immediately make the Ascendant version is pretty awesome too. All the Ascendant versions are here. And the only notice is it looks like you need like the primitive version of it, but then you might need like a trophy from an animal or something to be able to make them. And that's pretty much it. There are a couple water critters. I'm thinking we can go out into the water somewhere and spawn them in, and show you guys what they look like as well. So first up, we have the mosasaur. I'm going to try to beach this guy so we can actually see a little bit more of him without me having to go underwater. But these guys all have the brine saddles, are all of your water critters, and the three that we have to go through is the dolphin, this guy, and the megalodon. So what these saddles allow you to do, not only do we get multiple seats on the saddle, but they also allow you to be ignored by things like eels in the ocean. So you're able to ignore a lot of those stupid little annoying critters that would normally bother the crap out of you. But you do have to be seated on the saddle when this is happening. And this looks awesome. Like, yeah, there's a little miniature squid in here, like a basilosaurus in the cage. What else do we got? We got a Dunkleo. Looks like some piranhas, dolphin, looks like a saber-toothed salmon in there. And then you have this awesome cage going over these fins. Like, this looks killer. And all the little extra lights added to the sides. Let me get down in the water here. You got like a little mohawk fin going over your happy face. Look at all those teeth. Ah, man. Beautiful. Gosh, man. Such a fun mod. I was so glad I grabbed it for our playthrough this time. I wanted something really cool and customizable like this, and I really like being able to have your creatures themed certain ways. I think that's really awesome. I'm really hoping we see more of these. Alright, so the Megalodon, again, these are all the brine saddles for these guys. It looks like he kind of had like a coral reef started to grow on him a little bit. He gets these awesome little clusters of fauna. Oh man, look at all like the seaweed and like, what is this, coral or something? Barnacles, I guess, growing off the side of them. The fish latched. And this looks great, how the fish are actually like moving with the body. Like, everything meshes really well. I mean, it's just gorgeous, right? Oh man, so cool. So cool. It looks like this is still, yeah, this is still a one-person saddle, so it does look like it changes some of the seats when you get, when you use this as well. So that's a plus too. More people riding, that's always a plus. But the bright colors on this make this thing look awesome. And actually, especially in Crystal Isles and the water sections out here, I'm sure it probably looks really amazing. Matches really up, but you could probably hide this guy in here pretty well. I don't know, if I had one of my own, I'd probably lose him out here and forget where he was. This is, yep. This is gorgeous. So we got the dolphin left to go. We'll spawn a dolphin in and take a look at him. So last but not least, we have the Ichthy, the dolphin, and he gets this cool glowing effect, kind of like what we saw off of the flyers over there. But then you also get the little barnacles and everything too. These are super Super cool. Like the amount of effort and time and just awesome creativity that goes into this. You have to have an imagination. You got to have a lot of talent backing this up. And I think we definitely see it once again with one of these awesome eco mods. But anywho, guys, that is Eco's Primordial Saddles. Definitely check this mod out. Like I said, we're going to be throwing a link to their workshop in the description of the video so you can check that out. I love it. I think this thing is awesome. I'm looking forward to using some more of these saddles in our current Ark playthrough on the Ragnarok server. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out. If you liked the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you can see when the next videos are coming out. And feel free to follow me here, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. We Twitch live stream Friday and Saturday nights. Stop by, say hi, and if you have any questions about some of the mod reviews or any of the 101s or anything like that, feel free to ask away and just come by and hang out. So that's everything I said, with the exception of missing out on the ice golem. We got everything else covered. And I apologize. I don't think I missed any special abilities, but I very well might have. I feel like this is one where it's a little specific, so I very well could have overshot one of them. And if I did, then I sincerely apologize. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And until next time.